Hey everybody, today we're making a baby you can chive my car burger, like Bob's Burgers, but vegan of course. And seeing as it's loaded up with a sour cream spread, feta cheese inside the burger, and fried pickles, this thing definitely puts you in the fast lane to Flavor Town. So let's get going. Now it should go without saying that I'm adapting this from the Bob's Burgers book, and back when I made the Don't You for Cheddar About Me burger, I got a lot of requests for this one, so here we are. And the first thing we're going to tackle is the feta cheese. At first, I did a test with this feta by Follow Your Heart, and while this stuff is outstanding, I found that it melted to nothing when we incorporate it into the burger patty. So instead, we'll be making a quick and dirty feta with some tofu. And let's start with a 1/4 cup of olive oil, a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of lactic acid. For more info on that, link in the description. You could also use lemon juice, and then 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of white wine vinegar, and they're going to whisk that up. And now let's get some extra firm tofu that's been pressed for about 20 minutes. And this is 1/2 of a 14-ounce block, which according to my math is 7 ounces. So next we just want to crumble it like so. Now, of course, this isn't going to fool anybody that it's, non-vegan feta cheese, but it's still super good and it hits all the notes. It's kind of like a really good feta cheese cover band. In any case, now let's mix that up. And if you're like me, you're wishing you used a bigger bowl, but I made do. So taste it for seasoning, and then let's put that in the fridge so the flavors can party and mingle. Next, let's throw together a quick sour cream and chive spread. For this, I'm just going to use my trusty Kite Hill sour cream. We're going to take about 1/2 cup of that, then 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, some chopped chives, give that a mix, and then taste it and decide it needs a touch of lactic acid. So mix that up and bam, sour cream and chive spread. And now onto the fried pickles, and these were pretty fantastic. I had to make a few adjustments naturally, but we're going to start with 1/2 cup of flour, and then we'll add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning, which is half what the recipe calls for. I found that Cajun seasonings have vastly different salt and heat levels, and I felt like 2 tablespoons was a bit much. So whisk that up, and now onto our wet dredge. So we'll do 1/2 cup of unsweetened plant milk, 1/2 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and for fun, 1 teaspoon of pickle brine. We're gonna whisk that up, and next let's get our pickles. So lay them out on some kind of towel, and we just want to lightly blot them dry. And now let's get a wide skillet or Dutch oven, pour in some neutral oil like canola, vegetable, or peanut, and we're going to get that up to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And while that's happening, let's dredge some of our pickles. I like to start with the flour, and I find that using a fork is easier, but use whatever you like. And we'll do the flour and then into the vegan buttermilk, making sure we coat each one thoroughly, and then back into the flour, making sure we shake off the excess each time. And once our oil is up to 375 degrees, let's carefully add in our pickles, making sure we don't crowd the pan, and then simply fry them up until they are golden brown and look something like this. And let's let them rest on a wire rack while we prepare our burger patty. So let's get about 2.5 ounces of our favorite plant-based meat and press out a patty. I like using a cookie cutter like this. It makes the job a whole lot easier. And then let's add about 2 tablespoons of our tofu feta, leaving some room around the outside. And next, let's get another 2.5 ounce patty and put that on top. And then we're gonna cinch the edges together to seal in the tofu feta. Should look something like that. And after that, let's put a pan over medium heat with a little bit of oil, and we're gonna toast our buns. Always remember to toast your buns, folks. And then we'll add our burger patty, cook that for about 3 or 4 minutes, give that a flip, and then cover and cook until done. And now it's just time to assemble our burger car. So lay down that burger patty, top it with plenty of your sour cream and chive spread, add some more chives on top for health, and then the top bun, of course. Next, the fried pickle wheels, and now it's time to eat. Well, not quite. I saw H. John Benjamin eating this on the burger show, and they took the fried pickle wheels and put them on the burger, which I think is the right move, so I'll follow suit. And now it's time to dig in.
It's very rich, very decadent. Fried pickles on a burger, always a good move in my opinion. It's just super duper out of this world delicious. I mean, you've got the fried pickles which on their own are super good, but you pair that with a burger and the sour cream and the tofu feta, which is amazing as well. It's just ridiculous. So if you want to make any other Bob's Burgers, I got another one right here, as well as a Krabby Patty. So click on those if you like. Hope you're all doing great, and I'll see you all next time.